Friend's mom is a menace. TLDR, I was effing my best friend's drug addict pusher mom when I was 22. Now she's trying to pull me back in years later with repeated and inappropriate messages. I grew up with my neighborhood best friend and his little sister since we were 4, and I was always very close with their parents. They have a horrible household with a workaholic drunk of a father and a burnout, lifelong drug addict for a mother. I was too young to realize it at the time because I also grew up in that house, since I hung out with my friend almost every day for years. It was just kind of a thing that they were my second family, even if it was one that needs to be split, since I had problems with my own family. When we were 14 and started smoking weed, my friend realized his mom had been smoking weed in their shed our whole lives and was hiding it. When she found out her son had started smoking too, she condoned and supported it. Their shed became the party spot for the whole neighborhood, with the mom supplying us with lots of weed and occasionally other drugs. Mainly her prescription pills, but she'd also get coke and other non-prescribed pills too. I thought it was so awesome at the time, and I was jealous of my friend for having a cool mom. I now realize how bad that is. When I was 18, 19, I found out my older brother, who's also friends with the son, but not on the same level as me, had been hooking up the mom. Not full sex, mouth and hand stuff, but still. I had my mind blown. It was the craziest thing I could imagine. I was also just moving out of my teen years into my 20s and had never been with anyone in any capacity and have always been generally touch-starved. Didn't help that I have a mommy kink too, lol. I brought it up to the mom when we were alone one night that I knew what she did with my brother and that I wanted to try too. She at first said no because she knew me since I was a baby, but from her face it was obvious she was thinking about it while we went back to smoking. Within a half hour, she had shoved her tongue in my mouth and my hand down her pants. I was a FWB for 2-ish years, doing way more with her than my brother and apparently the rest of the other guys she was messing with, since she was apparently the neighborhood hot wife, messing with guys and gals my age, hers and everything in between behind her husband's back. I was basically the boy toy getting showered with gifts, drugs, and as much pussy as I could want while doing everything that's asked of me. There was a time I was occupied grinding a shitload of weed and someone had just cooked something amazing. I had my hands full and she just unprompted fed me to try it. One of our friends said, "You look like her fucking baby," and that sticks with me. At some point, she had started pushing coke on me, and in that state combined with the other pills and alcohol, I ended up making the dumbass decision of reciprocating the once-in-a-blue-moon flirting the sister would do towards me and ate her out. Everything was fine, but then she found out about me and her mom, and eventually told my friend, her brother too. My friend doesn't care at all, but the sister feels super betrayed since we've had some odd moments over the 2 decades we grew up together. Hormonal teen years and all, and because I hooked up with her after her mother, like she's now pole partners with her mom or something. The whole family misses me, but the sister demanded I never come near their house again, and that's remained unchanged since things ended 3 or 4 years ago. Totally fair, I regret everything, she said. She lost a best friend and it breaks my heart to remember that. I was walking home a few weeks ago because my car was in the shop. She pulls up next to me in her car and starts trying to chat me up after we haven't seen each other in years, and things had ended poorly. Since then, she sent multiple texts trying to get me to come hang out with her after she out of the blue started sending me pics of some shirtless dude saying, "This is my current boy toy. I guess just have a thing for guys your age. Like, you've hit me up multiple times, I've declined every time, and have never shown interest." That's a deeply weird thing to say in this situation. The very next day, she started messaging me that they broke up and started venting to me about it, clearly wanting me to feel like she has a spot on her bang list open for me. Today she called me asking to come pick her up since she's stranded somewhere after buying drugs from yet another person half her age and wanted to hang out when I got there. She proceeded to continue the conversation after I said I'm at work and busy. It's just gross to have a 50-something-year-old woman acting less mature than me, especially when I did have some level of motherly respect for her, even while we were effing. She's probably going to keep hitting me up, and I'm worried I'm going to cave at some point out of loneliness. That's what got me the first time. Odd take, but harassment is immature. Grow up, LOL.